shit. Like, if he goes, we're breaking up, doesn't cheat, moves out, give it 2 months, she might find the flame again. Like, if she's away from him for a couple months, she might be like on the phone messaging him, going like, come back, come back.
That or
I mean that's, you know what, that's bound to happen, because if she didn't work ever since she finished high school, she never worked a day in her entire life, you know.
that's where the real world comes in.
Yeah, she's gonna face the cold hard truth of, you know,
That's the
reality, you know, and that's tough.
I mean, the thing is that shit for some people is actually good for them, even if they don't like it, because they need to get
but if she's gonna come back after that, I think she's gonna be in the position of understanding that she's a fucking slave, basically, to this guy.
Yeah.
Slave?
The thing is, he shouldn't enable her being in that position either.
I'm so intrigued.
Unless he like truly just doesn't give a shit about her, and she's like, oh, you know, she just sits there. I get what I want from her. I'm okay with that. She takes care of the kid. I'm cool with that. Like, if he really doesn't give a shit, then, you know, that's their relationship, whatever. But
I mean, he wants the kid. He wants the kid.
Dynamic.
Even if she removes him from her life, you know, the guy still wants the kid. And
yeah.
so he's gonna provide for her.
I get, like, why did he want the kid with her though?
Because
like,
he invested 11 years, dude, and
okay.
Yeah, they already have that love established.
Well, I think what he really wants is for first, he wants the situation between him and her to improve, and I think he's using this kid as hope that having this kid will change things. But
yeah, he's using it as hope, because my fucking guy, I think, invested $500,000 in this girl over this time, you know.
The thing also is, if her behavioral patterns refuse to change or alternate, whatever the fuck, nothing's gonna change. It doesn't matter what arc or what chapter you put into their story. If that's how she is, then go ahead, Glitter.
No, I'm sorry, I was just agreeing with you. I'm sorry.
It's like Glitter said it on the first place, I guess. Like, he has to cut his losses and move on, I guess.
Matt, was there something you were gonna say? Oh, I don't think he's there.
What?
Yeah.
Damn, but that situation fucking.
Yeah, dude, and I don't know, dude. I'm being trapped into this, you know, because I have this guy, I know her, and you know, he's my best friend.
I was gonna say, since she knows she doesn't work, she doesn't pay the bills, and that if he leaves, well, you know, the inevitable, you're gonna have to pay your bills. She could also, you know, maybe she's not like that, but she could also be using the baby as a manipulation tactic.
I don't know if
I've
she
been
wanted
thinking about it, like, it was...
honest. It doesn't sound like she wanted it though.
Yeah. I mean, she's smoking, dude. She didn't quit on smoking, like.
Yeah, because if you're doing shit that's gonna harm the kid, and you obviously don't give a shit.
It's not the person who I know that wouldn't quit smoking the moment you find out that you're pregnant. No, she's smart. I talked with her. She's different. She understands, but she's doing it now. Like, what am I supposed to understand? Is this a dig at me? Is she trying to manipulate him through me? No.
Yeah, because that sounds like manipulation tactics. Like, if you go on ChatGPT and you just type, write me a list of manipulation tactics, you'll see a whole bunch of shit, or even on Google, whatever. And that sounds like one of those things.
What kind of manipulation tactic? Like not having the child, or having the child?
So if you're having a child and you already know your relationship's fucked up or whatever, you can use the child to manipulate the man to your demands. because you can already see
No, but
that's his
isn't that
weakness
what
and that's his
isn't
vulnerability.
isn't that like what he's trying to? He's wanting to have the child to
They both
sort of.
want to have the
He-
child.
Yeah, but I don't know.
He wants to
don't
have
think
the
it's
child to improve
true.
the relationship and love that he has with her. She wants to have the
Yeah,
child
that's
so
the
that she
thing.
doesn't have to be forced into a different situation that she doesn't want to be forced
No,
into.
I don't think she. So she
And
wants or she doesn't
That's
want.
opinion.
She doesn't want the child, right?
Mhm.
So if
Yeah,
she
they-
doesn't want the child, then how is she using it against him?
That's if she has the child. Like the,
Oh, if
the
she has
manipulation
the child.
yeah, that's like after if she has the child.
She keeps on
Yeah.
smoking and eating trash, so I don't think she wants the child. But
Because imagine she had the child, right? And then her nagging gets 10 times more worse. And then when it comes to an argument, oh, but you had this kid with me. And that's his, let's say that's his weakness. Like, you know, he wants to be an honest man or maybe he had a past with his father, blah, blah. He wants to be a really good father. You can get easily controlled because manipulation is just control. That's all it's for.
yeah,
I
Whether
understand
you're
what you're
lying.
saying, but I also understand that she didn't want the child in the first place. So it's like the fact, because we got to remember the circumstances leading up to this. It's like she didn't want to have sex with him, and then she does, and then she gets pregnant. It's like this whole situation that's fucked up.
yeah.
Right.
And
What's
they were
also-
on the brink of, like, you know, breaking up, and then she got pregnant out of
What-
nowhere,
Yeah.
and the guy verified twice to just be sure that it's actually happening, and it's happening. You know,
Is it his
What's
child?
also
Are we sure about this? What if it's not his child?
nah.
What's also has he ever mentioned like when he had sex with her, if she ever said stop, if she ever said, hey, I don't like this, do they ever communicate their sexual desires to each other even? 'Cause I feel like that's very important when it comes to making love. Or being
He's
intimate.
my friend, and along the years, he told me about, you know,
Yeah, because you know those situations.
They tried, like, they tried some, like, sexy lingerie, and
Yeah, they tried stuff,
you know,
experiment.
so yeah, but she wasn't entirely into it, and
I don't know. I
the
don't know
guy
what the fuck
was
the issue
understanding.
is.
But,
This
yeah.
girl
But-
thinks hard to please. I'm sorry.
But that manipulation shit, that's only like an opinion. First of all, it's not a fact, and it's only after like how things
Yeah,
may
and
play
we
out.
also don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
So, I
also
forgot
don't
to mention
know
that.
I
until
think she's
after
a
she
gold
has the
digger.
kid.
That's
Yeah,
if the
she
guy,
don't seem like a bad
if they
person.
break up, she's gonna keep the house. So fucking
Well,
Yeah,
hell.
'cause, like-
that's a fair point. I don't think she's a gold digger.
Nope.
But to be fair, if you've never worked, like you left high school, you've never worked, you're
gonna be
high
scared.
school sweetheart bullshit. Your other half provided for you the entire. It'd mess you up in the head. It'd be very difficult.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, didn't even question the fact that he's gonna lose the house. The moment they bought it, they
That's
bought
not
it
what
in
I'm
her
saying.
name. You know, in her
Obvious.
name, because
Yeah.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm thinking,
Yeah,
like, imagine you left school, and obviously the expectation is you go to work, and you didn't go to work, and you've spent now 10 years, we'll say 5 years, I don't know how this guy is, like
11.
not having to work as guy, girl, doesn't matter. Like the norm, like you'd be so insecure, it'd be so frightening to go back to work.
I mean, there's people that are in their 40s and 60s and are working jobs that 18-year-olds work at. So there's some people that like they just don't give a shit. They just go to work.
No, but my point is, she didn't go to work for a couple of years, then hook up with someone, and then stop working. Like,
Or
from what
maybe
this
she
story
thinks
is,
about
this chick is
maybe
never
yeah.
worked.
I understand your point of view, and it just came to me that she may just use the baby to get money from him for like 18 years.
Like child support?
Yeah, the child support.
What about cash from the government?
I mean, would he be okay with that possibility though?
My guy, yeah, because he cares about the kid, so he's not gonna question.
So would he try to fight?
I feel like they're dependent on each other. Like she's staying with him because she's not working, right? So she's lost her attraction somehow. I don't know how this happened, but somewhere along the line she's lost her attraction towards him.
It's a dumb relationship, so to say.
So their relationship is not working and she doesn't want to have sex with him, right? But then she can't leave him because she's also kind of, in a sense, dependent on him. But then he doesn't want to leave her either. Because he's invested how many years into her, and also all the money that he puts into
No, we don't care about the money.
The money doesn't
you
matter.
don't care?
Me and my guy, if we work together, we can buy 2 houses in like
But that's what you like beforehand. You said all those years. Like you all those years together that he's invested. So you invest emotionally, you invest financially, you invested in
I wasn't
her
speaking about financially, so to say. No, emotionally.
I mean, like,
with
I
this
think
girl,
it all matters. Like all together, he's invested so much.
Have invested in this relationship, both of them. Whether she doesn't work, he's got money. Both of them have invested in this relationship on the idea it's going to work. And now, the
like
situation,
but
10 years later, where they're like, this is fucked up,
I think
if she wants child support, why is she still smoking?
Oh, that's true. I mean, she's probably So one thing that I think is also very important to input is how her way of thinking and how her brain's hemispheres or whatever the fuck is being affected by being even like early stages of pregnancy, nausea in the morning.
If she loses the child, she's gonna use that to guilt trip him again. That's gonna be a double-edged sword too.
Is the person located in
Of course, it will be
Australia
a traumatic event. To lose the child will be horrible.
Yeah, that sounds like some cold-hearted
Both of
shit.
them. But I don't think it's gonna be for her because she's smoking. She wants to lose the child. She wants to hurt the guy one more time before the guy.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Before the guy completely abandons her.
But you see, this is when I go back to. She's probably thinking, they've been together for I don't know how many, whatever years, 11. And she's probably thinking about shit for him, like, oh, I know how this guy is, I know how his character is, I know what exactly everything he's thinking about. She could be like that type, cuckoo. Because there's a lot of girls, they fall madly in love with their guy.
And she's smoking
like
that much, dude. And she's smoking that much, and she successfully has a child, maybe he's gonna have fucking problems.
You have to take into play she's a chick. Right, so you're like, she's doing it on purpose.
Here we go.
The baby. But, I mean, no, I'm not being a dick. Like, they were going to break up, right? They've been together for 11 years. She's gotten pregnant. So you have to incorporate the fact that she's gotten pregnant. She has hormones going through her, and she was in a situation where they were going to break up. So she's already in a negative mindset, and she's gotten pregnant. So mentally, she's not in a very positive place. So I think the idea that she's intentionally smoking cigarettes consciously and intentionally and logically to get rid of the booty is a male way of thinking, is what I'm saying.
It's probably
I think she's a lot of pressure.
I mean,
Yeah,
like,
it's
a lot of,
almost like you've said she's
dramatic.
premeditated, like she's manipulating, but we don't know because she's like you
We
said.
don't have
I think
enough
she's
evidence to know.
we don't know. Yeah,
yeah. I mean,
But
I
that's
can
what I
tell you
mean by
stuff,
being
but
fair.
you know, all the things I've seen only the good side because
But
she's hiding it.
The thing is,
She's
even if she were to
hiding it.
take that route, all the people that have taken routes like that end up getting fucked over. Every single one of them. Like, you can see people be happy on the outside, but you'd never know how much they're suffering on the inside when they're all by themselves and all alone. For the people that take routes like that,
Yeah, I mean,
it hurts them in the end.
sometimes
And then
Or
the other
they
person
stay
just
together.
moves on.
Fucking relationships are hard, man. This shit happens all the time. It's really
Man,
I
this
mean-
shit happened to you, hasn't it?
what?
No, I've got no kids and I've been in a relationship for 20 years. I mean,
Oh.
bitch be crazy
God
sometimes.
damn.
Well, I was the unlucky
Whereabouts
one.
are
I got
you
cheated
in
on after
Melbourne?
4 years.
Madness.
Oh, well, wait, I guess to
Yeah.
be fair, Teapot, I've been with the same chick since we were both 17. She's like 6 months younger than me. And I'm
Okay.
38 and we're still together, but we have no kids. So,
Oh.
yeah, I
That's
hooked
fine.
up with a chick where we both had no idea about
Dude,
relationships.
What do you mean?
I learned a
We
lot
had-
about.
You cheated on her? Is that what you're saying?
Well, what was that?
You cheated on her?
Me?
No. I'm saying
Go ahead.
neither of us had any idea of relationship dynamics.
Oh.
So we've had to go through all of the hurdles and all of the
You know,
male-female situations together and all of the pitfalls
the thing is, I
ongoing
think
that we didn't figure out beforehand because we
Yeah, relationships
Okay,
are not
bottom
easy.
bottom
thing is,
line.
I think that's very healthy because
But
you don't have someone or the outside influences telling you how you should treat your partner. So I think that's actually a
Okay.
good thing.
so bottom line,
Go-
and
go
the
on,
whole
Fogger.
point of this entire conversation we had. What do you guys suggest that I should tell my friend?
What you should tell him.
Yeah. You know all
Hey,
the
hold on.
variables in this story. Now
Can
you guys
can
tell
do-
me because that's why I was bring up.
Oh, yeah.
Can you do a very short summary of the recent? What's the most recent thing that's happening again? That's very short.
Most recent thing that happened again. He told him that she was faking it. You know.
Oh, that's the recent part?
Yeah. Recent.
Oh, I thought that happened like already months ago type of thing.
No.
Oh.
Wait. Me personally, she's been pregnant for what, a month? Is that what you said?
No, 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Actually, yeah.
2 weeks. So I
Yeah,
think
bro.
all of this conversation we've had, I think if you're going to be real, he should sit down and have a conversation with her and have serious. They've been together for 11 years, right? So attraction, not attraction, they know each other.
They
so
already
he
had
should-
this conversation or where things are going, and she told him that he's gonna go away and he's gonna leave her the house, and that's it.
Yeah. They should, but you get what I'm saying. You knew exactly where I was.
But after
they should
that,
sit down
after
and
that she
figure out.
brought the stories that she got pregnant, and they decided.
So I don't know what you should tell your friend, but I know what I should tell you. No matter what you tell him, just make sure you don't step in between it and let them do their thing, I guess.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure
Yes.
that's what you've always been doing,
Stay
but that's what
out
I
of
could
it.
tell you, because I've been in that situation, not 11 years or like that serious.
Oh.
But I've been in a situation where these two people like each other, they're no good for each other, they start being toxic to each other.
No,
And
I'm
man,
not that kind of
it-
person. I'm not
Yeah,
that kind
it's
of
so
person.
pointless.
I'm always objective. Right now, I'm just You know, it's,
No,
right
good.
now I
dude,
have
let
to
him,
be invested for
let
the
him
sake of
speak.
my friend.
Yeah,
He's
you gotta look
giving
out for
you
your buddy.
advice. He's been
Yeah.
in the same situation. Just let him give you his advice about somebody else's relationship, because I think it's important what he has to
Yeah.
say.
I was gonna say, what does he want to do again? Like, what does he want to do?
He wants to have
That's
sex.
the thing.
Okay, but with
He
that
wants to fuck.
situation,
That's
with
my
that
body. My
situation.
body feels like, you know, she didn't. My body feels like he didn't got enough fun in life.
Yo,
you know?
CJ, let me see your pull up, CJ. Let me see your pull up. Yes, sir. All right. Damn, man, that's because you know
Well, I think
all guys. If we're talking about like just boys circle and just guy talk, yeah, he should go fuck all the bitches he want. He makes the money. He already tried
Yeah.
genuinely solving the blah blah blah. You know, that's guy talk.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
on a
I'm
real, like on a friendship level, should he do it? Like as your friend to what you
I
want to say to him,
mean,
should he do it?
I think he should do it.
God damn!
In this setup, I think he should do it and never talk about it. And I'm gonna even help him. Yeah.
I'm not a cheater. Each to their own, but I'm not a cheater.
I'm gonna tell you right
Okay.
now.
I
If
was
you
like,
know how
wow, from this conversation, that's what we got. Yes, he should cheat. After all that.
I'm gonna tell you right now that she's gonna be able to find out because of how incredibly
Exactly.
unstable she is. Why? Because that's just how they are. It's gonna be something that's gonna revolve around her head and never leave until she just keeps on saying it and gets the truth.
Yeah, and I kind of have to prepare my body
And
right
also,
now. I have
once
to
you're
prepare my
cheated
body
on,
for these two situation. First situation and the worst one.
For him
She's
being
gonna she's gonna lose the kid. If she's gonna lose the kid, my body is gonna be hurting, and I think it's gonna put a stop to that relationship.
Because if she really does want to get one last laugh out of the situation, like what this dude was saying, then it's gonna happen. Because what Matt was saying is true, that bitches can really be cold like that. So
Yeah.
so
But
he
if they have the
he needs
kid,
to prepare himself.
but also, it's just gonna, if she finds out that he's cheated, after that, it's very hard to build trust. It's easy to lose
Yeah.
trust, but then after that, you're fucked. The relationship
that's
is
gonna be like
already,
well,
the
he
relationship
doesn't
is
wanna.
already on a shaky ground. So
come
to
on,
do that, she's
my
never gonna
buddy-
trust him again.
My
Like,
buddy
it's gonna
has
be very
me.
hard.
That he's not gonna get caught. You know, it's not.
So I'm not worried about him getting caught, but what I'm also worried about, what she was saying, she can also, let's say she feels like she got cheated on, but now she's definite about it, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
She can make him very vulnerable, loving, and then when it's her time to strike, she's gonna strike. Whatever, it's gonna leave him the most heartbroken type of scenario.
Yeah.
If he were to cheat, because then
We're thinking the worst, bro.
yeah,
We're thinking
because it's
some
like,
cold ass
because like
shit.
look for the guys, it's a complete I don't care situation. Like at the end of the day, that's what it is. Because
Or humanity kicks in when they see the baby, and everything solves itself,
or yeah,
Like, oh.
or that basically.
and the problem solves itself. You know, just because humanity.
That's like
Yeah,
the
that's
best
nice.
case scenario.
That would
I
be
mean, we're
great.
mammals after all, so mammals go
Yeah.
together. You know,
That
Makes sense.
I think you should tell him that they should use the baby as the linchpin. Like, you can have arguments with your other half. That's cool because it's just you and her, right? She can get crazy. I can relate to that. But
Yeah.
maybe you could use the baby involved to be like,
can get
look,
crazy too.
we have to discuss the situation that we're going to do moving forward. for the sake of the baby. Do you want it? Do you not want it? Do we want to stay together? Do we not want to stay together? It's not going to work first time round when he brings it up, but you know what I'm saying? I think you should use the baby as an issue to be like, where are we going to go from here? Let's try and come up with direction to go together, whether we're going to stay or split. Like, let's have an adult conversation and figure this shit out one way or the other. I think that would be the best approach. Whether he cheats or not, I'm talking about the baby factor. Like,
wait, is that when after the baby happens, or like its current state?
Like now. Like, as he said, he tried to have a conversation with her before she got knocked up. So now that she knows she's pregnant, like, let's figure this shit out for the baby's sake. Like, are we gonna keep it? Are we not gonna keep it? Are we gonna stay together? Are we not gonna stay together?
They want to keep it. They want to keep it.
Let's have a conversation and figure this shit out one way or the other. I think that is what you should tell him.
Honestly,
was he breaking up with her when she brought up that she's pregnant?
No.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good sign. I was gonna say, how much longer do you think he can hold up with his sex shit? Would he? All right, so let me put it in a more specific scenario. Would he be able to hold up until the baby happens?
That's fucking not based on.
No, right? Because that's a long time.
9 months.
Nah, he's gonna hold it up, and chicks go crazy in the 7th month. The hormones start to kick in.
Yeah, you know hormones.
Chicks can get horny during pregnancy.
Yeah, they get horny on the 6th or 7th month.
Because that's his problem. He just wants to bust a nut, but he can't do it. Like, you know, he needs that.
Dude, my guy even bought a fucking flashlight. Imagine having to use a flashlight with the wife in your fucking house, dude.
I don't know.
Disgusting. You know?
Yeah. Jerk the fuck off.
Oh my god.
Cause what I can also see, let's say he did cheat, right? Let's say he just went for that direction, that option. What I can also see is his desire severely, like, getting off of his body or whatever. Like, that side of him is like getting brushed off.
Well,
and it's a good amount of it.
Fucking hell, I got a back memory just popping up in my mind. She told him a couple of times that porn is cheating. That he shouldn't even watch porn.
No.
Oh, she's one of those.
Yeah.
Alright, alright, listen.
Porn and masturbating is cheating. Like, what the fuck are you gonna put like a lock on the guy's dick and that's it?
Alright, glitter. So you're a woman. Would you give a guy sex if he's not emotionally reciprocating you the way you want to be reciprocated?
What do you mean? If we're not emotionally connected?
Yeah, like you don't feel that emotional strife to even bother to want to have sex.
Let me put it a different way. Would you give a guy sex if you feel like an object while doing it?
Exactly.
No, obviously not.
So that's probably how she may be feeling, because she knows that he really needs to bust a nut. But what she doesn't understand from that false ideology is that he genuinely actually loves her.
Yeah.
No, that's bullshit.
Like that's what she doesn't understand about the sex part. Is like the way the male. Now this is where this guy said male and female. The way the male brain is constructed. Just like how the female's feelings and emotional structure is placed for the female.
No, I call bullshit. After 11 years, girls like to be objectified. Like, on the surface area,
I don't think so.
I'm not.
I've seen.
Yeah, but of course you don't. On the surface area, it's like, I don't just want to be used for sex. But after 11 years?
Yeah.
After 11 years, Matt, like, you want, like, you obviously got feelings there.
Yeah.
It's like
You don't understand
I
a
feel
woman
like-
if that's what you're saying.
I feel like women and men like so with you know do you know the 5 love languages?
No.
Physical
Physical touch,
communication,
affirmation, words of
bonding,
affirmation.
affirmations.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you've heard of them. So like everybody's got like their top one. So like for me, like I
Specific
like
love language.
specific love, like how you receive it and how you like giving, right? And some
Caring thoughts.
people are more like, you know, one of their top ones is, and if I would say for a lot of guys would be like physical touch, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm serious because like what he's
Yeah, for
struggling
me-
with is that what he's struggling with is she's not giving him any affection. So that's hurtful in itself because it's like
Yeah.
it's not just he's not just thinking about sex, about like for him, like that's part of you showing him love as well. And like even for me, like if someone's not like hugging me or showing me physical affection, like if they're not like that in a relationship with me, then it's just not going to work for me very well because it's like it's one of my needs, right? And we all got like we've all got the 5 love languages, all those needs. Everyone likes all of them, but there are certain ones that are
It's like
more
what you love
affect us
eating.
more. So,
Very
like
well
acts
said.
of service, like when someone does something for you, that's a good one. Or like some people need words of affirmation a lot more. Like some women need to be told "I love you" a lot more.
Reassurance is
like-
love language too.
Reassurance. I mean, we basically all of us want all of them, but then there's specific ones that we might want more than others,
That,
like a
hit the spot.
preference type of thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very well. And in
But,
contrast, that's what I
but,
meant by to be objectified, to put it crudely. Like, it might not be a whole thing, but every now and then, a chick just likes to be told she's pretty and grabbed. And
Every now and then, yeah, of course.
especially after-
That's why I wouldn't use the word objectified, like make you like an object. Like
Like an
I think
object.
that's like by grabbing a woman and like kind of taking that
They may see it as
control and
sensual.
leadership.
That
It's
alpha
just,
male.
yeah, it's more
Sensual,
that than it is
passionate.
yeah,
It's a sign of
than
affection.
objective.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
But
my
some-
guy is
And, like-
good looking, man. My guy is
The thing is, so like with her, is she insecure type person? Like, would you say she's an insecure type person?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I
I want to
guess so.
say she's gonna have this constant mental block. It's gonna be completely biased off past experiences with him, like their arguments or the frustrations that they have with each other, so that when he does show affection, she's probably gonna automatically make herself feel and think that like, oh, he just wants something out of me, or he just wants this and wants that, which you know is called self-sabotage, because a lot of women self-sabotage themselves, and that's
Yeah,
what
the thing
sounds like.
you need to give love to receive. See, her love language might not be physical touch, might not be like
It could
up
be
the
emotional
top there,
bondage.
right?
Yeah.
So he needs to give her kind of like what her needs are for then the relationship to become a little bit more positive, and then she can give him. Then she feels like, for a woman, like I'm just speaking for myself really, but like for
Yeah.
me to feel like when I feel safe and comfortable, that's when like I feel like I can be vulnerable in that way with that person. Like where I want to be intimate with that person. Like it's to do with the guy making me feel a certain way and making me feel protected, making me feel safe, like I can be with that person and yeah, like
And
just
she's not feeling it anymore. So
and
my guy,
if you're not feeling it, it's not happening. But then for him, the same thing. If he's not getting anything from it, nothing at all, like, because it might just start with
Nothing.
at least like a
And he's
like
paying the bills.
touching.
She's refusing. I think she's
If
refusing
she's
out of spite
like that,
to
that
do
shit,
anything.
that shit is hurtful. That's hurtful to a guy, to a girl, to
Yeah.
anyone. Like it's
Like,
shit. It's
But
rejection. That's what that is.
He feels
But
like shit.
whatever this chick's primary love language is, which he should know, whether it's affirmation, gifts, or something else, obviously not physical affection, like, but something else. If he
Whatever
knows
it
what her love language is and he does it first, he'd probably find she's gonna then reciprocate.
I think so. That's what I believe.
You know what my guy
That would
told
be
me
my
today?
advice.
I spoke with my guy today, and he at the end of the conversation he told me, I think it was like a joke, but I think it's the part called truth, is that now I go back and I will look, you know, I will see the look in her eyes, you know, and it's gonna make me feel like shit, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
Wait, feel like shit about what?
just the look in her eyes, like she, yeah, she's giving him the look like he's nothing, you know, like his, you know, she's.
I get that.
You know what? Also, it can be. Well, I want to say two things, but go first, Matt.
I was just gonna say that's the problem with long-term relationships. It's like who goes first. Like in this like we're on about, like she's like, I want him to do my love language first, then I'll feel appreciated, and then she'll reciprocate. But he, at the same time, if you're looking at a girl and you're not getting anything, then it's very, very disheartening.
It's very hard because when you're when you feel rejected.
I want her to show me my love language first, then I'll reciprocate. So it's a bit of a
Well, when he looks at her, he just feels disappointment, you know. Just
I was gonna say what also sucks for his side of the situation is that he could take the first step, but then now he has to take another 3 steps, and after those 3 steps, he might get a chance of seeing her vulnerability again, seeing her be normal. Might. But then if he doesn't, he would have to take another 5 steps, and that sucks.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but like, what's the alternative, right? And if the alternative is to maybe we'll go behind her back and cheat and do things that way, and then say she finds out, then you're just taking more and more steps backwards. Like, it's just a situation of none of it's being like resolved ideally.
Could also
like you're not actually working on the relationship at all. Instead, we're using a band-aid, and like, it seems like he really cares about her. He doesn't want to walk away. She doesn't want to walk away from him. So why make the situation worse rather than somebody just put aside your ego and do what's best for the both of you?
The thing is,
that's good. That's good, Froggy. That's a thought process. Like, like give it like you can turn around to your friend. Say you cheat on her and you get temporary relief
Yeah.
because you cheated on her, and then 2 months down the track, you're going to be in the same situation.
No, the moment
Like,
he
yeah.
cheats on
Track,
her,
yeah,
it's all in the body language. Like, you know, he knows that when he's gonna go home, he's gonna be meet with this fucking face, and he's gonna feel bad, you know. And the moment he goes home,
100%.
he's meet with the fucking face, and he doesn't feel bad, you know. She's gonna instantly know that something happened.
He's gonna regret
There's
it.
no hiding
He's
it.
gonna regret it.
The thing is,
even if he doesn't, even if
with
he
that-
doesn't regret it, if he cheats on her a couple months later, the problem isn't solved. He's still in the same position he was before he cheated, even if he's
If not worse, it's not even the same position as well,
the
because
thing is,
he's gonna feel the reason he's gonna feel bad is because the situation is at the same point but even worse now, because now he's done something behind her back, something to lose her trust, and so it doesn't help their relationship move forward.
It
the thing
didn't
is,
fix
even though they're
the inevitable, basically.
even though the relationship is already rocky and has been rocky for a long time, the only problem it seems that he's really having is his sexual desire.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was like, which
I wouldn't-
falls, which is bad.
I wouldn't say that he's his only problem, because that would simplify it to you're not giving me sex, and that's like, because obviously there's a lot more issues going on for her not to be doing that with him. So they're obviously been fighting a lot. They're obviously not connecting. Therefore, they're not being intimate with each other. So
Yeah, but
like, because what we could say, he could say, okay, you weren't doing this, so I went and did this, I went and cheated on you, and then she holds that because she's like, well, you cheated on me, which is why now I don't want to do this and that, like, as if anyone's going to like be able to find a positive kind of outcome with that kind of negativity in the relationship.
But like if you're a guy, you understand the medium between like the once that sexual frustration is gone with, there's so much you don't care about. Not that you actually genuinely don't care, not in that sense, but emotionally speaking, you feel free.
Yeah.
Post-clarity, yeah.
Like if you're a guy, you know what it feels like to feel emotionally like completely boundless, completely careless about anything, because you receive that
In my prime
emotional
years, I used to be a fuckboy.
That,
I know
isn't
exactly
it like, 'cause I've spoken with many guys before too, and they say like this type of feeling is very like fleeting. It's like, it's something that, so, because you know in movies or like Friends, they'll say, oh, if you want to get over your ex, get under somebody else. And I've had guy friends that have went and done that, and then it felt
worse.
good at the time, and then after that they were like, oh, now I don't feel good anymore. Like I probably shouldn't have done that, because it was just,
in a way,
like, I really want my I
Yeah,
really
you want
want
what you
who I
can't
really
have,
want is
in
my
a way.
ex, and it didn't make me feel better.
Yeah,
So-
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, you
It's
want
just
what
the
you can.
urge you need satisfied, and then after
Yeah,
it
it's
happens,
like a temporary fix,
Relief.
is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna be stuck in a never-ending cycle of, relapsing from that.
Mm.
yeah.
What are your friends like morals? Is he like a traditionally raised person, like the man is supposed to be the provider, the woman is this,
No,
or is he more just like normal, just like
he's
people are people?
normal. He's progressive. He's the coolest guy I know. You know, he's just
Because
the wall.
if he, because based off what she was saying, if he were to cheat and then boom, he feels that relief, and then that time period, you know, passes away, and then all he left with what she's saying, that you feel a deep sense of grief and
body-
regret that you can't shake off of yourself.
My body is feeling like the worst that he has to resume to cheating, but he's not feeling well. He has this sexual energy. It's like
pent up.
It's like the sea has been ready planted and he's been watering it ever since. You know,
God
it's not
damn.
going away.
Yeah, he's got to bust a nut, basically, to put it crudely.
The thing is, now that you say it that way, that sounds like, I don't know how to put it in the proper words, but it's a type of like let's say you go and have sex, you might still not have that sexual satisfaction.
Yeah.
Like it's one. It could be one of those too.
That's also what I'm telling him, that you know,
That's
you
what I
want
was
this thing,
thinking.
but once you're gonna get it, it's not going to go away.
Yeah, because for some people, the only way they can satisfy that is that they need that emotional connection too. They need something that's built with that, and then boom, the explosion of love.
Especially after all.
That's some people.
It's actually most humans, to be honest. Like, so, like, I think I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I thought that most people find it more like sex, the act in itself, more satisfying when you're connected to the person versus like someone that you don't know and you just have a one night stand.
For men, that's
like,
how you get oxytocin.
Sex is not as fulfilling, is what I'm saying. Like, it's not.
I think
that's why people end up wanting a long-term relationship. They do that because they might go through a lot of one-night stands when they're young, but they realize it gets quite boring. They're like, this isn't fulfilling anymore. Like, I can get anyone I want. I can keep conquering, like, but it's not actually satisfying me anymore. Like, it's getting old. So then they find that an actual emotional connection makes the sex better.
What?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
I mean, partially, yeah. I mean, everyone's different, but I get what you're saying. Some people establish that emotional connection with strangers, though, and it turns into the casual sex.
Yeah.
But they still feel that fury, that passion, that genuine.
Whatever it is, there's got to be like some kind of connection. Like, once you're connected with that person, it's because of that chemistry that you have with them.
You guys have to click, you know, just, you know, it could happen over Pokemon cards, or it could happen over McDonald's, you know.
Yeah, it just has to be freaking like very genuine, I guess. I want to ask you, how old is your friend?
I mean, like, how it's like, to say you just met the person, as long as you've established some sort of connection with them, it could be like the best sex you ever had and you continue it on. But the reason it continues is because of that connection, not because it was just physical. Because if it's just physical, then it's like, oh yeah, I satisfied my needs, and I can carry on and go to the next person.
I mean,
regarding the age, my friend is 32, and his girlfriend is 35.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. She's older than him.
Oh. No, I'm just kidding.
Yo,
I just like putting that emphasis. It's funny.
But I'm gonna fuck you up.
What she was saying, Oh, even though like, yeah, physical touch can matter a lot, and then if you don't have that mental connection, things can get boring really quick. So yeah, that's definitely a thing.
I mean,
What's-
she's a smart person. I mean, she's a biologist. She finished biology, you know.
Also, she finished school. She just
Yeah, she finished her. She's a
what
doctor,
is she worried about?
basically. You know.
What is she worried about?
Well, to be fair, if she's 35, that adds a whole different dynamic.
Yeah, but after 11 years, she never actually applied what she learned. So basically, she doesn't know anything
I mean,
now. You know,
Oh, that's
If
true.
she-
That's true.
her mind
she gets
basically
rid of the
vegetated
baby-
for 11 years.
No, I mean, if she gets rid of the baby and they work things out, maybe they don't decide to have a kid for another couple of years, and then she's 37 and having a kid.
I don't know. I feel like
Yeah,
I feel
it's
like-
kind of dangerous. 37 and
How
having
the hell
a
do
kid
you have a
is
kid at
dangerous.
37?
That's my
that
point.
possible?
Mentally, she probably also feels pressure.
Probably is.
Being 35, I didn't know the 35 thing. Like,
Oh.
being 35, there's that extra pressure on her.
For
Because,
sure.
like, doesn't have a kid now, it gets more complicated.
Yep.
It's
As
like,
time.
yeah, that's so
an
true
extra
actually.
pressure on her that I didn't think of.
Man, so many factors to consider. It's funny. We're just
Yeah,
sitting,
but if they
we're
break
sitting
up,
here
she's gonna
talking about this
basically. I
random,
think she's gonna.
this random couple we don't know about.
Fucking difficult
I mean-
situation, my friend. Difficult situation.
I mean, there's also the factor that it's not the 1400s anymore, and it's 2023, and most people that do break up nowadays, they just move on and they do find new people. It's
I
funny.
mean, yeah, dude. I mean, when you're 35 and you
Yeah, but
find
when
another
you're
person
older-
who's also 35, things are already set in stone. You know what you're looking for. At
No,
that age.
no. I hate to
Boy,
be
have I
crude.
seen some stories.
Break up with her, get back onto his life, spend 5 years getting his shit together, and hook up with a new chick and
Oh.
start a family when he's 42 with no problems.
Yeah,
But
he still has time. I mean,
hook
I
up
know
with
some
Wow.
people. They had the baby when the father was like 45 or even 50.
What? What are we talking about?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
she's 35, so there's the extra pressure of if I get rid of
Hey,
this baby,
guys.
when is the
Guys.
next time
I
I'm
mean-
gonna be pregnant?
I mean, basically,
there's
women
there's
they can
some-
have babies until they hit the menopause, but
That'd
that's
be
gonna happen
understandable.
until
It
like
gets more
50.
dangerous because of their body.
Yeah, but it becomes more dangerous. That's the
Yeah.
gimmick.
No. It's
Look,
not more
I
dangerous.
feel like
for
guys
her.
and girls. Sorry.
No, not
Um,
guys and girls. Wrong. It's not more
Guys?
dangerous for her.
I don't want to get
There's
pregnant.
more negative effects on the baby. The older women.
Oh shit! They
Yeah.
gonna have a
I
deformed
forgot I
baby
was-
or
What I was gonna say is I feel like for guys
Really?
and for girls, for both males and females, the older you get, it's just
No, you're wrong.
it's not
A lot of
great. It's
No, you're
the-
wrong.
like to be an older father and to be an older mother. It's not for
Dude,
I'm saying
my-
maybe I'm generalizing. For a lot of people, like in general, more people, more males and females
my
would
mom
like
was
to have would like to have their children ideally in their 30s than say their 40s and 50s. Like that's just
Yeah.
Yeah.
norm. Like
I mean,
in general, people want to be a bit younger so that they can experience and like because they're more able to have that energy and that more life to
bodily
to
movements.
give to their children and to raise their children, rather than when they get to middle age. Like it's just not as I don't think it's ideal for most people.
So I knew a friend when she talked about wanting a kid, she was 23. When she talked about wanting a kid, she was always like, I want to have a kid in my like mid-20s, my late 20s. I don't want to wait until I'm like 32 and 35 because I'm gonna feel like I'm way too old. And she was like super like on about it, and I was just like, oh.
Well, I think women tend to be more onto it than men. Maybe men are like, I can possibly have my child like later. So women start to think about children earlier than men. But in general, even men, there's a point where they get in their 30s, around their 30s, where they're starting to think about it because a lot of their mates are getting married, a lot of their, and so when that starts to happen, they just start to I'm just saying they just start to think about a family. Like that's when whereas for a female, they might think about the family way earlier. But because like let's face it, in general, most women that their partner might be a bit older, like so the male is maybe a few years older, so that's it makes sense that the females tend to think about like children when they're a bit younger than a male will start to think about it. So early 20s or mid 20s, the girl starts to, and that's really the perfect age because, like, as you get older, it starts to get harder for us females to have kids. So after 35, your ability to have kids is reduced like quite a lot. Like 35, 36, 37, the quality of your eggs, everything, your biological clock is ticking.
My eggs?
So not only
your
that.
eggs, the quality of your eggs, of the girl's eggs.
Yeah, to be fair, I was just mean biologically. I was literally just meaning that. Not you're right. All the
high quality eggs. What do you mean?
When my kid, I'm gonna be 60. I'm not gonna have the energy. So you're right. I wasn't meaning that. I was purely.
I have two.
I was gonna say,
just mute the guy.
Yeah, just mute the other dude. I was gonna say, not only that, but in a society level environment, when it comes to women and their age, the narrative is pushed more on women than it would be for men when it comes to getting older.
I know. In my country, females receive starting this year. All new moms, so to say, receive up to 6 months of free counseling. Just because, just because a lot of them, there's been studies about it, and it's mandatory to receive counseling after giving birth because they can spiral in depression. They can spiral into anxiety. They can spiral in so many things that are gonna stick with them for the rest of their lives. And
it's not well known that men have men have a biological clock too. So although there's all this like pressure that's on the females, that what's sad is that not a lot of men are aware that their quality of their semen also starts to grade with age as well. So it's really difficult. Like around it, and I think I read it's also around the same age as well. So 35. After 35, the quality goes down. So it can be hard for the guy as well to conceive. But like those factors aside, like
I know
that's why
No, it
that's
depends
why
on the
it's
guy,
really
like-
good. That's why it's really good for the guy to get a younger female, because at least the chances of them conceiving are higher, right?
Yeah. Just to clarify this, just while we're on this topic, just to be clear, so we don't go in circles. The problem with girls is they are born with their eggs. So whether you're 10, 20, 30, a girl's
isn't that
eggs are 10, 20, 30 years old. That's why girls have problems. Because the age of their eggs is the same age as them. For males, yeah, that's really. Okay, well, school's doing
I'm
really
looking this
shitty job, you guys. So, what do you mean? That's a fact. For males, male sperm basically gets absorbed back into the system and gets replaced and turns into new sperm. I think every 48 hours.
Yeah.
What are you guys talking about?
I didn't
As a
know that about girls.
Let me finish.
But as a
What
male
would it
ages,
be?
the quality
sperm
of the
doesn't survive
sperm
more than 25
also
years.
decline.
That's correct.
I'm going to cover that. Like, what Glitter is saying is when guys turn 35, their testosterone goes down. So the production of their sperm goes down. So basically, it's not the quality of the sperm, it's their sperm.
The quantity. The quantity of it.
The quantity,
mute this guy.
but also the quantity and the quality. But
No,
like,
it doesn't.
Not the quality.
It's not the quality. That's based on your individual health. So if the guy's in good health,
So the quality is for women.
That's why you have in vitro inseminating or something like that, where they inject it directly into the egg.
The sperm count is based on your testosterone level. So the sperm for a guy goes down after 35 if their testosterone.
When I was watching this documentary, maybe it was just they were talking. I don't know. This guy, the reason he couldn't conceive with his wife was his quality of his sperm. So I don't know whether it's to do like. I don't know.
It can be many reasons. He can shoot, but he can never reach, or he can have
what I
low.
was trying to say is that a lot of men, unfortunately, aren't aware of that. Like that, their fertility will start to, reduce as they get older as well. Probably not as drastically as a female's, especially at their age, the 35 mark. But definitely when you start hitting 40,
I mean,